You don't need more motivation. You need to stop believing the lie your brain tells you every day. It says, "Not now." In this video, I'm going to show you what's really happening inside your mind and how to turn that same brain from your biggest obstacle into your sharpest weapon. But first, you need to see the trap you're already in.
Look at your day. You sit down to work, but before you start, you check your phone. Just for a second. One notification becomes 5. 5 minutes becomes 40. Now you feel behind, so your brain makes a deal with you. Let's do something easy first. Clean the room, rearrange the desk, watch one video to get inspired. You feel productive, but nothing important moves. This is how the trap works. Your brain hates uncertainty. It hates effort. It hates anything that might expose weakness. So it pulls you toward comfort, familiar things, low-risk tasks. In stick animation terms, this is where the character splits. One version wants progress, stands upright, looks forward. The other sits slouched, scrolling, surrounded by glowing screens and clocks melting off the wall. Every time you choose comfort, you train your brain to expect it. Discomfort starts to feel dangerous. Effort feels heavy. Starting feels painful. And slowly, your standards drop. You don't quit your goals, you postpone them, over and over, until postponing feels normal. This is why you feel stuck. Not because you can't change, but because comfort has become your default identity. And identities are hard to break. But something happens when you finally see the pattern. Because once the trap is visible, you can't unsee it. And that's when the real conflict begins.
This is where most people lose. Because the enemy isn't outside, it's in your head. Comfort has a voice. It sounds reasonable, calm, convincing. You worked hard today. You deserve a break. Tomorrow you'll do it properly. Discipline has a voice too, but it's quiet. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't beg. It just says, do it. In your mind, these two don't argue once. They argue all day. Every choice is a vote. Open the app or open the document. Sit down or stand up and leave. In stick animation, this is the tug of war. One version of you is being pulled backward, toward the couch, the screen, the easy dopamine. The other version digs its feet into the ground, straining, silent, refusing to let go. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Comfort always speaks first. Discipline always speaks last. If you wait to feel ready, comfort wins. If you wait for motivation, comfort wins. Because discipline doesn't arrive with energy, it arrives with resistance. Your chest tightens, your mind looks for exits, your body feels heavy. That feeling you keep running from, that's the doorway. Most people turn around right there. They tell themselves a story. I'll start when it feels right. It never does. And every time you back down, the voice of comfort gets louder and the voice of discipline gets weaker until one day, discipline doesn't speak at all. But there's a moment, a specific moment, when this war shifts. Not through force, not through hype, through realization. And when it hits, you can't go back.
It usually happens in silence. Not during a speech, not during a breakdown, but in a quiet moment you didn't plan for. You're alone. The noise is gone, and for once, you're not distracted. That's when you see it. The future version of you. Not the highlight reel, not the fantasy, the real one. Same habits, same delays, same excuses, only older. You notice the posture first, slightly collapsed, eyes tired, carrying the weight of things never finished. And then it hits. This isn't fear. This is regret, a arriving early. Because the future you isn't angry, it's disappointed. Not because you failed once, but because you chose comfort every time it mattered. In stick animation, this is the mirror scene. Two versions of you, one standing in the present, one fading in from the future. No words, just eye contact. And suddenly, you understand something most people don't. You're not tired because the work is hard. You're tired because you keep running from it. Comfort didn't protect you, it delayed you. And delay has a cost. Lost time, lost confidence, lost self-respect. This is the turning point. Not motivation, not inspiration, responsibility. The realization that no one is coming, no perfect moment, no surge of energy. Just a choice, right now. And once you see this, discipline stops feeling like punishment. It starts to feel like relief. Because for the first time, you know exactly what's at stake.
Here's where everything flips. Discipline is not something you feel. It's something you decide. You stop asking, do I feel like it? And start asking, is this who I am? Because once something becomes a standard, there's no debate. You don't negotiate with gravity. You don't argue with sunrise. And you don't wait for motivation to do what you've decided matters. In stick animation, this is the line in the sand. One side is comfort, soft ground, familiar. The other side is effort, solid, uncomfortable. You step across it once, not dramatically, not perfectly. You sit down, you open the document, you start the first rep. Small action, real commitment. This is how discipline is built, not through intensity, but through consistency. One task, one session, one promise kept. And every time you act in alignment with your standard, your brain rewires. Resistance gets quieter, focus sharpens, confidence returns. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. Discipline stops being the enemy. It becomes your identity. The person who does the work even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. There's only one part left, and it decides whether this change lasts or fades like every other burst of motivation.
Real change doesn't announce itself. It grows quietly, like a lotus pushing through mud, unseen, unchanged, until one day it's undeniable. Most people quit in the mud. They mistake slow progress for no progress. They think something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. This is what growth looks like. Every time you choose the hard thing, you add another layer of strength, another layer of self-respect. You stop chasing quick wins. You stop looking for hacks. You trust the process you've committed to, not because it's exciting, but because it's yours. Discipline becomes calm, routine becomes freedom, and effort stops feeling like punishment. It feels like alignment. This is the standard now. Not perfection, not intensity, consistency. Even on the days you don't feel ready, especially those days. So here's the question that matters. What's the one hard thing you've been avoiding today? Do it. Not later, not perfectly, now. And if you're building a mind that doesn't run from discomfort, that doesn't wait for motivation, that shows up when it counts, you're in the right place. This isn't about productivity, it's about who you become. And that choice is always available.